Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to DSP versus the Internet for May 6, 2023. This is part 5 of 6, so thank you very much for watching. Let's just roll right into the next videos. Here we go. Remember, if you're a member of the channel, that's how you get to nominate these videos for the next show.
Yo, where the hell is my wallet, man? I'm always losing shit.
Well, we were just talking about this guy during a break.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Alright, I guess I'll just try imagining myself pressing a button on the controller. Brain blast! Alright, I don't need to say that. Okay, here we go.
It's PS4 controller,
it's
so...
working.
Actually, it's just
Oh, here go another one.
last year. I thought it would be many years ago, but no.
Man, this is crazy. It's really just quick time events in real life. My body just moves by itself. Man, this is the best workout ever. I don't have to do anything. I just press buttons in my mind.
No!
Oh, that was crazy. It was like my body was on autopilot. Oh, man, that was kind of wild.
Oh my.
So now his whole life is
I want
quick
to
time
press
events.
that
He can't break
so
out. It's like a horror movie.
Oh, I just don't know what it's gonna do if I press it. What if I grab his ass or some shit? Oh my god, I might not be able to stop myself. But I wanna press
Does he do it?
You know what? I'm gonna do it. If I grab his ass, I grab his ass.
I don't know what that's gonna do when I press the button. Let me not do that. That's my friend. Come on. Think. Stupid. I'm sorry, bro.
What are you doing?
I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Admittedly, I don't think I like this one as much. I thought it was gonna be like horror, but it's just like kind of silly. Nah. And again, I like this guy's content, but we've not watched it every week for like 2 months. I think we skipped it last week, but I think it's time to put a break on this guy's content for now. And now that I said that, here's another one from a guy we saw last week. Do you understand? Okay, I really need to reiterate this. Okay? We got to stop with the repeat submissions. Every week we can't watch the same content from the same people. This is like repeat number 10 now. All right? We need more refreshing, interesting content, not the same thing. I would love to watch this, except I just watched the Street Fighter animation last week. I don't want to watch Super Metroid this week. So I'm skipping it. Next time, you know, maybe or a couple weeks, something different. It's too much of the same back to back to back. All right? Okay. Jeez.
Now for some jokes. A drunken farmer stumbles upstairs into his bedroom, waking his wife, Roseanne. She sits up and sees her husband holding a sheep under his arm. The farmer yells, "This is the pig I've been fucking." Roseanne says, "You idiot! That's not a pig, it's a sheep." The farmer yells, "Shut the fuck up! I was talking to the sheep!"
Oh my god. So that's it. Yeah, this is Gilbert Gottfried's style of comedy. There was a lot of stuff that was always insulting to like a wife or something like that. Or sometimes it was self-deprecating humor as well. A lot of his humor is his delivery rather than the actual punchline. Like he delivers it by screaming, and a lot of people like that. I've seen him in some stuff. I've really liked him, and other stuff I do feel is cringe. But I think overall he had a pretty good career. Rest in peace to him. Yeah, he's gone, sadly. No one even knew he was sick, actually, I don't think. Only his friends. And that was the year, what was it, 2 years ago? A year ago? We lost like 5 comedians in 1 year. It was pretty insane. Alright, so anyway, rest in peace to Gilbert. Modern Warfare... Now, wait a minute. Modern Warfare 2 Trickshots means not... We're not talking about Modern Warfare 2 that came out last year, because this is a 3-year-old video. So this is original Modern Warfare 2. Okay? Original Modern Warfare 2. Alright. Let's see here. People are saying that there's a troll that I'm missing. Oh, okay. Hold on. You're right. I'm on top chat, not live chat. Is there an idiot in here? Okay, thank you. I'll get rid of them. I did not know they were there. You guys got to just tell me, okay? All right. They're out of here. Let's continue. Trickshots. We've never seen anything like a Trickshots montage, have we? What the fuck is this music, though? I feel like I want to mute it. Why do I have to put that fucking music in there? It's obnoxious. Oh, God. What was that? I didn't even see it. They shot the wall. Did they not shoot the wall? How did they hit someone? I don't get it. Dude, I can't even tell what's going on. Can you tell what's happening? I can't even tell what's going on in the video. It's like too choppy. I don't know what's happening. I don't even see anyone getting shot, right? What was that? I don't even know what it is. Alright, I'm done. I literally can't watch the rest of it. First of all, I can't hear because the fucking song is atrociously bad and shouldn't be in the video. That's number one. Number two, I have no idea what's going on. I can't tell because it doesn't show them shooting anyone. The video footage is choppy. It's not 60 frames, right? It's like low-res, choppy footage. And I can't figure out what's happening. So maybe if I was like into Call of Duty hardcore, I would understand it. I don't get it at all. So how can I enjoy it if I don't understand what the fuck's happening, right? Whatever. Let's continue. Oh, so this is the one I outright asked for this to be resubmitted. I'm glad the person did. So last week we were going to look at the best-selling game consoles of all time. Now we can do this together and actually watch. Now the thing is, to do this, I got to move my camera because it's going to block. In fact, I just got to turn off my camera for this. So this will be a no camera portion of the video while we watch through. So let's see. We started off with the Magnavox Odyssey. It beat the Atari 2600, okay? I don't even know what the hell the Channel Fun was. As you can see, if you look at these different consoles, right? These are the home consoles at the time. And we're going to have all these other ones that are going to jump in at some point, but they haven't launched yet in 1979. I actually did not even know that the Atari 2600 was from the 1970s. I thought it was from the 1980s. I was wrong. All right, let's see how these do. Mattel, the Intellivision, that was a big one, right? The Intellivision was huge. And then the Game & Watch was Nintendo's handheld system. That was before the NES ever came out, right? So Game & Watch and Atari 2600, the most popular things at the time. A few other contenders. I don't know what Cassette Vision is or the Studio 2. ColecoVision, trying to jump into the fray here. The 5200, which was supposed to be the replacement for 2600, but it failed miserably due to horrible design choices. The NES now, was it 82, 83, the NES, so here we go. Atari was dominating at the time, but now, with the release of awesome NES games like Mario Brothers and stuff like that, it starts to jump forward in popularity in a huge way. See that? And Atari is now losing market share because their 2600 isn't good enough. Now the 7800 came out, and the 7800 was supposed to compete with the NES, but actually the 7800 doesn't have as good graphics. It was definitely better than the 5200, I know, because I had the 7800. That's the one, my first console. Master System, so Sega jumping now into the competition. NES, so 89, NES has overtaken Atari completely. The Master System is gaining a little bit of traction, but not much. The NES is now the most popular game thing in the world, and now the Game Boy comes out in 1990. Ginormous popularity is the Game Boy, the first real true handheld. Super NES now, as you can see. The Genesis came out before the Super NES, but the Super NES quickly overtook the Genesis. See that? NES still growing, while Super NES gaining traction. Game Boy also huge at this time. Atari is basically becoming forgotten as Nintendo is completely overtaking everything. And now you got Sega finally becoming a real contender and competing with Nintendo kind of head-to-head here. There was a big war between the Super NES and the Genesis during the first half of the 90s, for sure. Alright. PlayStation comes out in 95. Now, this is where things start to get interesting, because now you essentially have a CD-based system going against all console-based, or cartridge-based consoles. As you can see, there was no Nintendo 64 yet. Nintendo 64 came out after PlayStation. Okay, let's continue. Saturn as well. And the Saturn actually says it was outselling the PlayStation for a little bit? Really? They were kind of head-to-head. Now, here's the Nintendo 64. In the meantime, the Game Boy is now surpassing everything, because remember, when we say Game Boy, we don't just mean Model 1 Game Boy. Game Boy had tons of models. There was the original. There was the Mini, the Pocket, the Color, right? There was a bunch of Game Boys, and they're all grouped together here. So that's why you're going to see Game Boy propel itself past everything else. But as you can now see, Super Nintendo absolutely beat Genesis in that 16-bit war. And the Atari 2600 is going to be forgotten now, basically. So here we go. PlayStation now, boom, blew by all its competitors, right? It's gaining massive popularity while the N64 plateaued, basically. N64's major problem was cartridges, man. By putting their games on cartridges, they just couldn't do what other game companies were doing on PS1. It really killed them. If they had decided to go... Remember, the PlayStation was supposed to be the N64. The original Nintendo idea was to have a disc-based system. And then they dropped the idea to go with cartridges, and PlayStation, Sony made their own version of what they were already making, and it completely destroyed everything. So PlayStation won solely on being CD-based. That's why everything else got beaten out here. Saturn, of course, failed. That's why Saturn's way down there. Dreamcast, look at that. Dreamcast lasted only a year and then ended. The Dreamcast was only a one-year product. That's so bad, man. It's so bad. What happened? People are saying DDoS. I'm seeing nothing. I'm seeing absolutely no problems on my end, so let's see what happened here. Nothing. I'm still here. I am still here. And I see no issues with my stream. So, I'm going to type in the chat here. Guys, I am still here and seeing no problems with the stream. No connectivity issues at all. And nothing wrong with the channel. Yeah, I don't know. I'm good. I don't know what's going on. Everything on my end is thumbs up. Yeah. So, I'm not sure what's going on. Like I said, the channel seems fine. Nothing wrong with the channel at all as I refresh here. Yeah, everything seems okay. The stream is telling me that the stream quality health is good, right? I'm not sure. Is it working or not? Because there is nothing on my end at all going wrong. Is it all right? No, my camera was turned off on purpose for this video. There's no cam. It keeps freezing. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm looking. Everything's fine on my end. Like, literally, no frame drops. No connectivity issues. I'm checking everything. Everything is looking good. Here. Let me look over here. Nothing on any... You know, I'm checking all my channels. Nothing. Nothing wrong. At all. Works for me. Some people are saying it is working. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a YouTube side issue, guys. Like YouTube screwed up. It's not. It's nothing to do with me. Should I turn the camera back on so you guys are... You know I'm here? See, I'm here. I didn't go anywhere. Everything's working on my end. Yeah, I don't know. It's looping? Well, I'm not looping. I'm sorry, guys. Obviously, this is a problem with YouTube. Right? Oh, looping, looper, loop. Thank you, Bloom Kit. He says stream keeps looping for me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Dan the Man says it's working again. Yeah, it seems like YouTube crapped out or something, guys. I don't know. This happened earlier, too. I don't know. Something going on with YouTube streaming today. Thank you, Bloom Kit. Let me get Bloom Kit on the leaderboard. Right? The stream is back? Yeah. I don't know what caused it, guys. Sorry. It was literally nothing on my end. I changed nothing. I did nothing. I guess we're just going to continue. Okay? People are saying it's back. All right, I'll get rid of my camera again. All right, let's continue with the video. I don't know. Here we go. So now PS2 came out in 2001. And of course, that's going to start now to get market share. Game Boy Advance is finally a different product instead of original Game Boy. Super NES finally, let's take a look at the final totals here. Super NES ended at 47 million. Genesis at 34. So Super NES dominated the 16-bit era. Nintendo 64 basically ended around 32 million, right? GameCube is now being sold. So, I mean, in perspective, what a massive fail. N64 was a big failure for Nintendo. It absolutely was. Of course, Dreamcast, probably one of the biggest fails. Came out, only lasted a year. Only sold 8 million units and then gone. So here's where Microsoft jumped into the fray with Xbox, right? PS2 is dominating now. It's going to overtake PS1. I think PS2 remains to this day the best-selling console of all time, isn't it? I think so. So PS2 is just going to keep going up for, like, the rest of the decade. Pretty insane. Pretty good music. I like the dancing robot. Now the DS is out, so that's going to beat the Game Boy Advance. The DS sold like crazy. The Wii is out. PS Portable. Xbox 360. The original Xbox only sold 24 million. Wow. The original Xbox only sold 24 million. That's bad. So as you can see, Xbox 360, now PS3 launches, and now it's in direct competition with the Xbox 360. And they went neck and neck for a long time. It really wasn't until the very end of the life cycle, all right? The very end of the life cycle of those consoles, where PlayStation 3 seemed to overtake the Xbox. As you can see, look at that. All right, PS3. By the way, now people are saying that the stream is down again. I don't know what to say. You know, it seems like YouTube is having issues. I keep refreshing. My channel loads fine. My channel shows absolutely no issues whatsoever. Like, literally nothing wrong with it. Right? My connectivity shows beautiful green connectivity. All right? So, I don't know what else to say. If the connectivity keeps dropping, it sounds like there may be certain YouTube servers or issues that are having a problem. It's not me. So, I'm just going to keep going on with this video because obviously I want to finish this video. I don't know what's going on with this. I apologize to those watching live. I don't know what else to say. Okay. So, yeah. So, now taking a look. PS2, dominant. The DS... right there along with it. PlayStation 1, of course, has stopped selling at this point. PS3 is out. It's going head-to-head with Xbox 360. It's kind of a big battle there, right? Okay. I believe PS3 did outsell the Xbox 360 at the very end of that console gen. But it's going to be very close. Yeah, look. Because now we're talking, this is the launch. Remember, this is the launch of PS4 and Xbox One right now. See that? Here comes the 3DS. Yeah, look. So PS3 does overtake Xbox 360 only at the end of the life cycle of that generation. Right? And then PS4 and Xbox One are finally making it into the rankings. It took them several years to get into the actual rankings. But then eventually PS4 just blew out everything. It blew out 360. It blew out PS3. It became absolutely the dominant console and destroyed even the Wii. That's pretty crazy to think, right? I mean, the One is just such a joke. It did so badly because it had the worst launch ever, right? It's so bad, right? All right, well, there we go. And of course, the Switch came out, and the Switch now has been super popular for many years. We're about to end this video. It was 5 months ago. Here we go. I wasn't done. Hold on. I wanted to see at the very end there where we ended. Right? Yeah. There it is. That's the final. So, basically, at the beginning of 2023, here's our final standings. PlayStation 2 still the most dominant console of all time. Although the DS was right under it in sales, like only about 200,000, 250,000. So pretty close, but PS2 still the king. Game Boy right under there because Game Boy had so many damned versions, right, over time. PS4 right under there. PS4 is such a dominant console during last console gen. Then the Switch just under PS4, and the Switch continues to sell. So that's going to be up there for a long time, I feel. Wii just under the Switch. PlayStation 1, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. As you can see, PS3 barely ever outsold the 360. It took it to the very end of that console gen to do so. Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 3DS, the NES, the Xbox One, and the Super NES. You know, I would say Super NES, that's just because of the time frame. There weren't that many gamers. It would, you know, it wasn't as popular. If it was the same situation today, the Super NES probably would be the, you know, 200, 300 million sales. Yeah, right. Anyway, cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and sorry that for those watching live, there were so many interruptions. You know, it had nothing to do with me. Like I said, my connection has remained, whoops, that's the wrong one. My connection has remained consistent, and I'm sorry if it screwed up. Now I got to find the right webcam border. There it is. Okay. All right, that was fascinating. That I liked, and I'm glad. That was a resubmit, and I'm happy that we actually got to this. All right, and thank you very much, everyone watching. Sorry for that. We got one part left for DSP versus the Internet this week. So let's end the part, and I hope you'll come back and watch part 6, the finale for the week. Thank you to everyone who's been chilling with me, supported the stream, and to those who became members to support and nominate for next week. Thanks as well. See you in a little bit for the conclusion.